Hello, good evening, Aston Villa fans, and welcome to the Villa Forever podcast. I am your host, Chad Williams. First of all, before we get started, if you are new, please subscribe to my channel. Subscribing is completely free. It don't cost anything. This will massively help me out, and it will keep growing the channel. Also, you know where to find me. You can follow me everywhere. You can follow me on all audio platforms, wherever you get your podcast from, including Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcasts. This evening, I'll be really excited for this afternoon, and I've got my special guest, former Aston Villa central midfielder, and Andy Gray, who was a striker as well. Also, he won promotion for Aston Villa in the 87-88 season. Andy Gray has played for many clubs in his career. He's made over 300 appearances and he's scored 50 goals in his career. He has played for Crystal Palace, Queen's Park Rangers, Corinthian Casuals, Tottenham Hotspur, and Aston Villa. I'm delighted to have you on the show, Andy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. How are you?
Yeah, all good. Just taking one day at a time. Just getting on with life.
Well, before we get into the interview, Andy, you was on that Harry Redknapp programme, Harry's Heroes. What was that like? I bet that was interesting.
Yeah, it was really good, to be honest with you, to kind of get back with old pros you played against. And yeah, it was a good bunch of lads. And it brought back good memories, like dressing room memories, everyone having a laugh, taking the mickey out of everyone. Yeah, it was really good.
But I really enjoyed that programme. It was a real good laugh. And also, it's great that you're all getting fit again.
Yeah. Well, I was like drafted in for the matches, so I wasn't sort of like taking full part in the programme, like the day-to-day. I just got drafted in, got flown into the matches, which was great. And as I said, seeing a lot of the old players losing weight, it was really special.
What was Harry Redknapp like?
Harry Redknapp is like a father to me. Real proper old school manager. What he says, he does. Yeah, I love Harry Redknapp. He's special person to me.
Because Harry Redknapp's an amazing person, but he was a great manager as well.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I would have loved to have played under him because I think he would have been that type of manager that would have got the best out of me.
Yeah, well, I was going to say to you, I'm going to get into the interview, but I'll start from the beginning of your career, where it all started at the very beginning. So, did you always want to be a footballer? Where did you get your love of football from?
Well, it's different. It's different. Back in the day, all you did was play football in the park. At school, you'd play against the second years, the third years, and it'd be like 300 kids in a playground and one football. So you'd play at 11 o'clock, and then you'd play at 1 o'clock, and then you'd get a game in at like the last break, which would have been about, I don't know, 2 o'clock. So yeah, it was just playing football. That's all I knew.
I bet you have to have a real passion for it as well.
Um, I don't know, especially at my age, that you can use the word passion. I just think it was
Yes.
like what you just grew up that way. Do you know what I mean? We didn't have computers. There wasn't no Game Boys or anything. That's all you could do is either go scrumping, which is picking apples, or playing in the park all the time, so and playing football, and that's what we did.
And did you support a football team?
I supported Palace as a young kid because I was there from I was 11 up until I was 16. So yeah, and I was there when they got promoted in 1979. So yeah, Palace has like always been in my blood.
It's like me and my family. My mum got me into Aston Villa. But once you support a team, there's no going back then.
No, there isn't no going back. But to be honest with you,
Yeah.
when I got transferred to Villa, it's a special place. It is a real special place, and it's a special club. All the people connected to it, from the fans and to the people that work there, I would say out of all the clubs, they're top for me.
Aston Villa is such a big club as well.
It's a massive club, but not only being a massive club, it's got good people, good supporters, and that's not knocking all the other clubs that I played for, but the club looks after its former players like second to none.
The thing is, like, as a supporter, that you go through good times and bad times, but when you go through the bad times, it makes the good times worthwhile.
Yeah, but in life, you can only judge people when you're going through a bad time. You can't judge people when everything's rocking and rolling. It's my favourite saying is everyone wants to go to the parties, no one wants to go to the funerals.
Yes. That's a good sign, I agree with that. So we're going on to the next question. So when did your footballing career start? And can you talk me through what it was like playing for the Crystal Palace youth team?
Well, it started at Palace playing in the youth team,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it was good. But we're going back so many years that I was like a cheeky chappy, and back in the day, sometimes that kind of overspilt into somebody who didn't really care, which I did. Hence why I got back in the game, because I still had the determination and the ability to sort of like come through absurdity. Do you know what I mean? So I just got out of the game for about a year, and I just started from scratch again, and hence why I went to Corinthian Casuals. And there was good people around Corinthian Casuals, like Mickey Stewart, which is Alex Stewart's dad, Martin Tyler. A lot of commentators were involved with the Casuals.
Martin Tyler, he was one of my favourite commentators, probably.
Yeah, well, I played a few games with him in the veteran side. So yeah, I've been the full spectrum when I was trying to get.
Yeah. But when I think of Martin Tyler, I always think of that Aguero moment.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a special moment.
I did that the Corinthian Casuals. What area was that in? Like, what place in the country?
It was in like Hampton Court because they didn't have a ground, so we played at
Yeah,
Moseley.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
What was the Corinthian Casuals? What was your career like there?
yeah, it was good. We got to the FA Cup first round, and then that was in I think 1983,
What?
and then after that, a year later, then that's when I got in the pro game.
Yeah, because all Corinthian Casuals, they're a National League side, are they?
No, do you know what? I don't even know what. I don't even know what league I played in, to be honest with you. I don't because it's all changed now. I'm not sure what it was called then.
Well, we're going to talk more about into Aston Villa as it's a Aston Villa podcast.
Yep.
But what are your memories for the first day you signing for Aston Villa?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It's a good memory. Basically, Graham Taylor was like chasing me from I think the second game of the season. He wanted to sign me, but Palace wouldn't let me go, and we played Villa in the midweek, and I think Mark Walters scored a hat-trick that day. I think he beat us 4-1.
Well,
I don't know if that was in September. I think it could have been September. And yeah, and basically, like after the game, he said, "I still want you. Let's see what we can do." And then finally, the club accepted the offer and drove down to Birmingham and basically put the contract on the table and yeah, signed it. Was happy.
I mean, it's a proud moment for you as well.
Oh no, definitely. I mean, when did I sign? I signed 87, and it was still a big club. I mean, like 5 years prior to that, they won the European Cup.
Yeah.
So it was a massive club. The supporters were unbelievable. I think my first game was away to Bradford, and the away support we had was phenomenal. We would just rock up at places, take over, and 9 times out of 10 come back with the 3 points. In fact, the only regret I've got is we should have won the title that year.
Yeah, so any regrets you would probably say.
Yeah, and 2 regrets. We should have won the title that year, and me leaving the club too early.
Yeah. We don't have him back on. Was he in the team when you was there?
Yeah. There was the big man, Gary Thompson.
Oh, great guy.
Yeah, Big Tomo, yeah. And he came to Crystal Palace when I went back there a season after. Yeah, great player, strong. Yeah, you had to be on your game to get the better of Gary Thompson.
I met Gary Thompson in his day. I met Tomo was a great player in his day.
Yeah, unbelievable player. I mean, you can't find any players like him playing today. And I think the game's crying out for strong guys up front who can hold the ball and win the ball in the air. Yeah, they're a dying breed.
Yeah, you had some good players in that
Sorry?
team. You had some good players.
Yeah. We had Stuart Gray, who I played in the midfield with. I think Stuart's now coaching at Fulham. Ian Evans, top player. Martin Keown, David Platt, and obviously Sid come back, which was amazing. And Tony Daly. I love playing with Mark Waters. I wish I could have played with Mark Waters more games, but he left that season.
So I want to talk about Graham Taylor. So what was it like during your time at Aston Villa, having Graham Taylor as manager?
What was it like, you said, having him?
Yeah, as manager.
Yeah, he was a great manager. He was an intense manager. He was everything to detail. Yeah, I mean, 10 out of 10. Couldn't fault him, but he was too strict of a manager for my personality.
And Graham Taylor was a real character.
Yeah, he was a real character, but for me personally, I needed someone a little bit more who would give me a little bit of a leeway. But the gaffer wouldn't do that to me. So like we clashed, but we didn't clash in a horrible way. It was just basically he was just too strict for me.
I think Graham Taylor as well. And I think
Sorry?
it might be the other season that you left.
Yeah.
I think we almost won the first division.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah, no, he was great. Listen, I haven't got a bad word against him, but you just know, especially in football, it's like I was there to do a job to get the side promoted, and I done that, and I should have kicked on, but I think our personalities clashed, and it didn't happen on that respect because our personalities clashed. Not in a bad way. Do you know what I mean? Not in a way where I could say, "Oh, he was excellent," and I wish my personality would have been where I could have sort of like eased into his way rather than him easing into my way.
But Graham Taylor, he managed a lot of clubs.
Yeah, he's a great manager. And obviously where Villa are today, basically he got them back there at the first attempt. And I think it was really important a club of that stature didn't stay in the old second division like another season. So it had to happen then, and it did.
Because years ago as well, football's changed a lot, like since after years ago.
Yeah, I don't recognise football anymore. It's not the same, like if you score a goal, you've got to wait 3-4 minutes to see if it was a goal. Not too many characters on the pitch. Yes, it's completely different.
Because with VAR as well, the refereeing's so inconsistent.
Yeah, well, it's messed up the game, isn't it? A lot of people don't come out with that, but obviously I've got no skin in the game, so I can only give my honest opinion. And I just think VAR is no good for football because that's the talking point down the pub on a Sunday is that shouldn't have been a goal, and you know what I mean, or it should, and somebody says it should have been,
it ruins it.
Yeah, of course, and especially when you're talking about thin margins, that's ridiculous. So someone can have his finger in front of the defender is offside.
It's like goal line technology. I do like that. I think that's good.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, a goal's a goal, isn't it? So
Yeah.
if it hits the back of the net, it's a goal, isn't it? So
Yeah.
anything else is up to interpretation.
We're going to go to the next question. So, did you feel proud to be part of achieving promotion with Aston Villa?
Yeah, of course. You can't take that away from me. That's in the history books. So anything what's going to be in the history books, you can't not but be proud.
Yeah, just go down in history.
Well, yeah, because it was a part of bringing the club back to where it was supposed to be. And that squad and then that bunch of players, well, everyone will talk about that. Just like the last squad that who went to Wembley. Who did they beat? Norwich or Derby?
Yeah.
So
you got memories from that.
What do you mean? What, from the day or?
From the day getting promoted.
Yeah, well, it was one of them games where, like as I said, I feel we should have won the league, but I think we had a couple of weeks where we kind of underperformed as a team, and then it went down to the last game of the season. But there was a permutation of three sides what could have went up if we didn't win, if they won, and basically if we won, we was up. So the others needed us either to draw or lose, but the others drew and lost. So it was a bit of for the last 5 minutes, like we were on the pitch, all the fans were on the pitch at Swindon, and basically we were waiting because I think the Bradford game was still on. So yeah, and then like we're just waiting. It seemed forever, and then we got the confirmation, and then yeah, it was amazing day.
And what is your proudest moment in your career?
Do you know what? I'm not one of them ones who can really pick out, because I just feel that every game that you played, you tried your best. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to kind of like say what was your perfect game. No, just being picked to being a first team 11. That's the highlight.
Because you gave it your all. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah, that's all you can do. Is like do your best and like hold your head up high. If you've done bad, you put your hands up and say, "Yeah, I had a bad game today." I never made excuses.
Well, you definitely did that. I think you definitely did that.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's talk about the England squad. So in 1991, how did you feel being called up into the England squad?
Do you know what? That was an amazing achievement from where I went back to get onto my journey, and I just felt the week training with like Stuart Pearce, Peter Beardsley, Gary Lineker, all top international players. I was like there with them, holding my own, and the game didn't go as I wanted it to go, and I just felt that my career kind of dipped after that because I built enough credit with all the performances that I played for the clubs that it wouldn't kind of hamper like me club level, but it did in myself because then I started trying harder because like at that level in that kitchen it's very, very hot, and obviously because I wasn't used to it, I didn't react in the right way. If I had a bad game on a Saturday for my club, it wouldn't bother me. Do you know what I mean? Because I knew the next week that wouldn't happen. But with the England scenario, nah, it took me to a dark place where I couldn't get out of. So yeah, the England thing, if I look at it, I wish I never got picked for England because I was happy playing week in, week out for my club, ripping it up. That was it. I was happy.
Did you get any England caps? Did you?
Yeah, I got. Funny, I got two under-21 caps for when I was at Villa.
That's good.
And then I've got one full cap playing for Palace.
Yeah, so an interesting experience.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was real interesting being around other players from other teams. Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was good, but it was a curse for me as well.
Who was the manager then?
Graham Taylor.
Oh, wow. That's a coincidence.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go on to the next question. So, did you enjoy the experience of being a technical director of the Sierra Leone international football team?
To be honest with you, I done that because the president was in a bit of a problem, and I was actually in the country. So that was they used me to appease the fans.
Yeah.
So I think that appointment lasted 5 days.
That's not long. It wasn't really long then, no.
No.
Well, I'm going to move on to the last question. So, what is your thoughts on Unai Emery? And do you think Aston Villa will qualify for the Champions League?
I think he's a great manager. I think when he went to Arsenal, he didn't get the proper support, and he built a lot of credit up of all the teams he went to and was successful. And he come to Arsenal, he just picked the wrong club, and obviously, I don't know if it was a cycle of 2 or 3 years, and he's got the Villa job, and he's come to a club that have taken him in open arms, and he's done absolutely brilliant. And I think they've got an excellent chance of getting the fourth spot. They just need to hold their nerves in the last 10 games now.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, so I just think they just need to hold their nerves and just keep doing what they've been doing all season. They don't have to change anything.
Well, with Unai Emery, he's transformed the football club.
Yeah, but the foundations were there to do that. So it's not like, like like I think Steven Gerrard come in, and for whatever reason it just didn't. The shoe didn't fit.
Yeah.
So Emery's come in, and the size is perfect. So all he's done is come in and put his feet in, and everyone's fitting in the right direction.
And he's improved every single player.
Definitely, with confidence. He's just given them confidence, and his man management. where the other manager, it just didn't happen for whatever reason.
It's not a Luton game. You can see Unai Emery, his passion.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
all managers have got passion. But what I'm saying to you, when a new manager comes in and has done what he's done, then things will turn for him. Like, we were 2 up, they got back to 2-2. But because the way he's got the team operating, they're saying, well, we're coming away here with 3 points, and that's what they done. And if they continue with that attitude, then they will get 4th spot.
They got the winning mentality as well.
Exactly. You know, it's a habit. It's a habit when you got that. When you win, it's a habit. When you lose, it's a habit. So they've got the winning habit.
It'd be great to win the Conference League as well.
Yeah, it would be, but at the end of the day, I would rather us get 4th.
Yeah, if I had to choose, I would say that, yeah.
You know, I would rather get 4th.
Does it get the job done?
But if you're in it, you're in it to win it. So, yeah, I think they play tonight, right, against Ajax?
Yeah, Ajax tonight, yeah.
Yeah. So, should be a good game. If they can come away with a good result, and then the way the crowd's going to be at Villa Park, it'll be a difficult night for Ajax, especially if they're behind.
Yeah. I'm going to the home leg.
Okay, cool.
So it's going to be a special occasion, both.
Yeah.
With Aston Villa as well. We're not the finished article.
No. Listen, as I said, the guy's come in and he's done everything right. So, you know, they're moving blocks at the right place and in the right positions. So they haven't done that scattergun approach of like trying to buy so many players, keeping everyone happy. No, they know what players they're going to be needing for next season to go to that next level.
Emery's the real genius.
100%. You can't take that away from him.
And for Villa, it's only going to get better, I think.
Yeah, but there's only so far you can only get better. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Expectation.
Yeah, I understand that, but what I'm saying is like, it's like trying to hit the bullseye every time. It's not going to happen, is it?
Well, I think if we beat Spurs, I think we definitely got a chance then.
No, listen. Even if
draw.
Yeah, even if we don't beat Spurs, I still believe that it's our 4th place to give away.
So ours to lose, that's it.
Yeah. So you can't ask for no. But once it's in your own hands, you can't ask for anything better than that.
What's your score prediction for
the
Ajax?
Ajax. Ajax. I'll be happy with 1-1.
I'm going to go a 2-1 win.
Well, I hope you're right and I'm wrong.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to wrap up this episode, Andy.
No problem.
But before we do, I'm going to read these comments out. That's Steve Long. Very good player, Andy. Part of Sir Graham Tyler's resurgence of us when we really needed it. That's a nice comment.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh yeah, John Gamerson said 2-1 the Villa as well.
As long as
I'm going to bring this episode to a close.
Thank you
everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this podcast, please give this video a like, share, and if you haven't, subscribe to my channel. Remember to make sure to get your post notifications turned on. Click that bell icon so you don't miss out on any new content. Also, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much, Andy, for your time.
No problem. It's a pleasure.
And can you spread the word?
Definitely.
Podcast. Well, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Up the Villa.
Up the Villa.